guilty of it. Iblis, his fastest route to people is through the stomach. If you can get the oily stomach and indulgence in a person, they will eventually indulge in everything else. And why is it that Allah calls إِنَّ الْمُبَذِّرِينَ كَانُوا إِخْوَانَ الشَّيَاطِينَ كَانَ الشَّيْطَانُ كَفُورًا? So this is related to gratitude. Why is it that I always find this unique? Like, I didn't really understand it. That those who overspend and go to excess, they are the companion, the brothers of Shaitan. Shaitan loves them. And I used to think to myself, why? What is really that bad about overspending, right? But the thing is, it's not just overspending. It's excess in everything. When you, if you have excess or deficiency in everything in your life, you will be so out of whack. Then you will also, it's a personality trait, you'll take it to your deen. Then in the deen, when you go to extremes, you usually either go off the cliff or you bounce to the opposite extreme, and you never find the comfortable middle where you can be consistent. Consistency is what gets you results, not strength. This is so important for people who are studying, who are learning at ArcView, people who are doing dhikr. Consistency is the way to success, not strength. Like, how many repetitions? How many times did you get up and go sit on your rug? That's more important than how long you spent on it. So to spend one day and sit for an hour, to sit for 70 minutes, put that on one scale, but to sit every single day for 10 minutes, this is better. Because it's the concept to get your body, every time you move and you do it, right? You're ingraining in yourself that that's you. You're ingraining in your mind and your heart. So consistency is far more important than strength. Anyone who goes to an extreme can never attain consistency. So Shaitan is the enemy. He knows the ways of goodness. So in order to get anybody off consistency, get him to decrease or increase. And really tabdhir tends to be increase. Let him overdo it. So one way that Shaitan gets people is wiswas. Oh, you didn't make wudu properly. Do it again. Didn't make wudu right. Do it again. Do it again. Do it again. So now salah, instead of taking 5 minutes of your time, 7 minutes of your time, it now takes 17 minutes of your time. Well, who has 17 minutes every time you need to pray? Eventually, what do people do? They leave off salah completely. So it's really important to recognize that the excess in matters will throw everything off balance and will lead you to the opposite extreme. And when you're swinging back and forth, you're in a state of instability. All right, and you'll never be consistent with that. And so, at-tabdhir comes in all things, excess. The worst is in food. Eating is basically your life. Like you are alive because of eating. So if you're excessive in that, you're gonna be excessive in everything else. But if you're acceptable in that, chances are you'll be acceptable in everything else. Because it's literally like it's part of your body. It's the one act you're doing that's inside your body. Notice the Prophet ﷺ said, I eat like a slave. And notice the Prophet ﷺ, when he spoke about humility, right? When he spoke about humility, he spoke about in relation to food too. What is the connection between food and humility? It's that part of arrogance is not accepting, is being picky about the food. From kibr. One of the fastest route to humility is to be humble in what you eat. And you might think, well, how is that really like relevant? But it is relevant because it's a practice you do every single day. So if every single day a person is picky about their food, well, it ingrains in them like you're some king. You're like lording over the food. Oh, I'm not eating this. I'm eating this. I need this and I need that. Lording over the food, you become inside you do it every single day, maybe 3-4 times a day, 5 times a day, right? Keep in mind, most people today, smart people and healthy people and people who want to be in shape, they don't eat a lot. So they may feel, this is a trick of Shaitan, such a brilliant trick. Honestly, it's brilliant. As much as it is evil, but you have to admit when intelligence, it's not a lot. yet you're extremely picky about it. So Shaitan has got you on arrogance of what you consume while imagining that you're temperate. While imagining that I'm not eating a lot. So you get double fold. You're arrogant about your food and you pat yourself on the back and you imagine that, no, I'm following the sunnah on food. I mean, how many times have you seen like a recipe? It's like a very nice piece of chicken, right? It's like very modest dinner. It's a modest dinner, but it has to be pink sea salt. It has to be an organic grass rain, whatever they call it, free range, grass fed, massaged. You got a foot massage on the chicken, right? Only drank, Evian natural spring water. The amount of pickiness on the chicken. And then the little herb, one little piece of greenery on it was organic, farm raised, cost $17, right? The salt, the olive oil, exact olive oil, okay, from Palestine. What do they call it? Extra virgin Evo, perfect, or $40 a bottle. And the beauty of it from Shaitan's perspective, you're imagining that you're temperate because I'm not eating a lot. I'm only eating one breast with a piece of leg. You know that cut? It's the breast with the leg. And then quinoa, right? Okay. It has to be this stuff that nobody's heard of before.